Hi, this is Oliver and welcome to our quick start guide to TransitionMaster and TransitionMaster Pro. So for this tutorial, it doesn't matter if you work on DaVinci Resolve, After Effects, Premiere Pro or Nuke. I will showcase you how to get started with the plugin. So first, if you install TransitionMaster, we are here in DaVinci Resolve. You find that in OpenFX, and under Illumi you find both versions, the TransitionMaster Pro and the TransitionMaster. Please keep in mind the Pro version is to build your own dynamic transitions directly in your host application, and we will go through these settings in the in-depth tutorial. And the TransitionMaster is likely more than a player for all the presets you build in the Pro version. For example, if you're a small studio and you have 2 or 3 places where you cut your footage, then you only need one Pro version and you can install the TransitionMaster Player version on the other workstations to save money and budget. So that's the difference between those two. Both work the same, so I will showcase you that. First, you drag that onto your cut and you will see it behaves like a native transition should be. You can manipulate the length of the transition, of course, and if you have selected your transition, you got the OpenFX panel, and in the player version you got all the presets. They come with TransitionMaster or with all the presets you built in the Pro version, and you have that always by your side, and you simply click on that. For example, let's say block horizon A, and you have the transition, and let's make a preview to showcase you how fast that works. Here we go. This is the transition. And one thing to keep in mind is that TransitionMaster always works over the whole canvas. That means this footage is a cinemascopic view, and you will see here we have transitions from this footage, which is bigger. So this is full screen 16:9, and this is got these black borders here. And so to have a smooth transition, make sure that each footage size fits to your canvas. So in this case, I simply click this footage and zoom it up, and you will see the transition behaves like it should be. And let's make again a preview. You see it's very, very fast. And that's it. So let's have a look at the Pro version. I drag that onto this cut here, and if I click on the transition, I got my OpenFX panel here, and of course I have my presets, so I can probably work always in the Pro version. I have all my presets here, and here I have all the settings to manipulate the transition or to build a complete new transition from scratch and save that as a preset to reuse it each time I use my my cut software. Okay, and here are a lot of things. I will go through all these settings in our in-depth tutorial, so make sure to check that out. And let's have a look how this thing works in Premiere Pro. Nothing special here, the same like in the DaVinci Resolve. You have your video transitions, you find a folder called Illumi, and here you have both versions, the Master and the Pro version. Let's take the Pro version, drag that onto the footage, and you will see like a native behavior of a transition. You can click that, you can manipulate the length of the transition, of course, and if you click on the transition, you got all the settings here, and you got all the presets here to move to choose from, or here all the settings to build your own transition. The cool thing is each transition you build with TransitionMaster, and you'd like to share them between 2 different host applications like DaVinci Resolve and Premiere Pro or After Effects, all works the same. So you can build one transition in Premiere Pro, and one of your freelance artists or whatever who works with Premiere Pro or After Effects or DaVinci or Nuke can reuse them, and they will have exactly the same style like you built them up. So you can build own transitions and share them cross-platform wise as you like to. Okay? We have a slightly different behavior in After Effects, so let me showcase you that. If you're on After Effects, we have 2 clips here. This man on the battle ropes and this steel factory here. And if you like to blend between those 2 clips, you find in the Effects and Presets panel, if you tap in Transition, you find the TransitionMaster and the Pro version again. Let's drag that onto the footage. And this is how it looks like. So there is nothing happened so far because first you have to specify the target layer. In our case, it's not the man because this is where the effect happens, and the target layer is the steel hammer. And now if you go through these transition percentage here, you can see what happens. This is the basic start, which is a normal blend transition. And here you have again the presets, or here all of the settings to manipulate the presets or to build your own transition. And here you got the presets. Let's say block horizon E. And if you choose a preset, the transition automatically goes to the half so that you can see what happened here, and you can play with the settings, and it's not keyframed so far. Okay, so if you like to have this transition over time, you go to your start point, click the stopwatch, go to the end point, bring it to 100%, and that's it. Here we go. This is the transition. And if you like to manipulate settings and you're in the Pro version, you simply can, of course, manipulate these settings. For example, you like to have some glitchy flickering here. Simply go to post-process. We have a camera shake mode. We choose the chromatic aberration, and you got a glitchy effect on top of this transition. And you see how fast and easy that is. And keep in mind, you can use that this of course for PNG files, for fade-ins, for anything you'd like to have in your post-production. So it not only is useful for blending between two video sequences, you can use this also to blend between text sequences, animations, or whatever you like to. So this is very handy in the different ways you like to do your VFX production. And the same for DaVinci. And for Premiere Pro, make sure you use this also for titles. Let me showcase you that. Let's go to our titles, bring in a text layer in DaVinci. Okay, here we go. Let me drag that here. I click onto my text, type in TransitionMaster, and I simply go to my OpenFX, go to my TransitionMaster Pro, drag that onto my text, give it a little more length, and choose for my presets, let's say glitch text 2. And here we go. You will see there is no clip underneath that. This is because we have some blur effects on that, and for this I simply have to choose in the text the transfer mode. Therefore I go to the video mode and choose simply add, and here we go. This is how it looks like. Preview. Just 1 second. It's easy as that to have a cool text title animation directly inside DaVinci Resolve. There's no need for Fusion or to use anything other, so you can use this and you can check out the presets, or you can build your own text presets, save them and reuse them. So you got the option to animate your titles, your lower thirds, whatever you like to, and the same procedure is of course for Adobe's Premiere Pro. So hope you liked the quick start guide, and make sure to watch the in-depth tutorial. Make sure to follow us on our website or on AA Scripts, and for all the news you can subscribe to our newsletter. And yeah, hope you enjoyed TransitionMaster. Hope you got a lot of fun and a lot of time saving and a lot of cool dynamic transitions within the next projects. See you next time. My name is Oliver. Bye.